Good evening. You're watching Bharat Voice. I'm Ritika Acharya, and today we have for you yet another international interview. And today we're going to get you someone, we're going to speak to someone who's a psychologist in Mexico. And the idea behind doing this interview is to bring to you how is it, how are the family culture and how is the relationship culture in relationships in Mexico and in different parts of the world. And we already have friendly relationships with Mexico. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Mexico, and he went there, and we already have good relationships in terms of trade. We have a trade of worth $10 billion. So today, with Alejandro, who is a humanistic psychologist, let's try and understand how are the relationships, how are the family culture in Mexico, and what are the relationships, what do they think of Indians? Thank you, Alejandro. Welcome to Bharat Voice. And also, Anna is with us, who's going to help translate because Alejandro speaks in Spanish, and so she's going to speak in English.
Ok, gracias.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to translate for you.
All right. So today on Bharat Voice, we're speaking to you all the way from Mexico. I'm sitting in India. You're sitting there. My idea is to understand how our family and how are relationships in Mexico. Is there a lot of family culture? Because you're a psychologist and you're a PhD in humanistic psychology. Can you tell me that is the culture in Mexico very family oriented? Do the youth generally like to stay with family, or do they, after they turn 18, they move out of their family?
Um, Alejandro, tú estás allá en México, yo estoy en India. Tú quisieras saber sobre las relaciones familiares en México, cómo es la cultura de la familia. Las familias les gusta permanecer juntas. Después de tomar los alimentos, se quedan a platicar, se van. ¿Cómo funcionan las relaciones familiares en México?
Ok, las relaciones familiares en México han ido evolucionando.
Family relationships in Mexico have been evolving.
Okay.
Hace tiempo la familia era la constituida por papá, mamá e hijos.
Some time ago, families were formed by parents and children, mom, dad, and children.
Sin embargo, a partir del siglo XXI, comenzamos a tener diferentes tipos de familia.
However, after the start of the 21st century, we started having different types of families.
No solo la familia de mamá-papá, sino también monoparental, papá con hijo, mamá con hijo.
Not only mom and dad families, but mother-child, father-child.
Okay. What I was trying to understand was that when I meant by family culture, I meant that, do the youngsters nowadays, because youngsters are getting very independent, are they quickly moving out of the family and they don't want to stay with family? They, let's say, want to move abroad, they want to go to US, they want to go to different countries. How is it?
Ok, la pregunta va sobre todo hacia la cultura familiar en cuanto a los jóvenes. A los jóvenes les gusta permanecer con sus padres, están ansiosos por independizarse, por ir a vivir a Estados Unidos o a otros países.
Ok, en realidad que los hijos permanezcan en las casas, los jóvenes permanezcan en las casas, es más deseo de los padres que de los propios jóvenes.
Actually, children staying home depends more on the parents than on children.
Okay, please go ahead.
No, decía que aquí hay como una contraposición, porque si bien los hijos quieren irse de sus casas, la economía limita mucho, por un lado, que ellos puedan independizarse.
So, on the one hand, even though children want to become independent, sometimes economy doesn't allow them to do so. So, on the other hand, it's sometimes hard for them to do it.
Pero los padres, la mayoría de los padres retienen a los hijos diciéndoles, para qué te vas a ir si aquí está todo bien, si todo está, tienes todo?
Most parents will try to hold their children back, telling them, "Why do you want to leave if you've got everything here? You know, you've got plenty of things you need." So,
Okay, why I'm asking this is because in India, the culture
estoy
is that
preguntando esto porque en la India, la cultura,
all the youngsters in India, they usually stay with the family, they stay with the parents till the time they get married, and sometimes even after staying married. So you
todos
would
los
be 30.
jóvenes se quedan en casa hasta que se casan, o incluso después de casarse.
So you can be 30 years old, but you are still living with family, and you're married, but you're still living with family because it is not considered important for you to move out. You can move out if you want, but usually we like to stay with our parents. We like to take care of our parents. So our parents also will tell us that why do you want to go out if you're getting everything here, and stay with us, and stay with family. So that's
Aquí
why I
no,
want to.
aquí no hay nada de raro en que los hijos nos quedemos en casa con nuestros padres, incluso después de casados, porque queremos incluso cuidarlos. O sea, si te quieres ir, te puedes ir, no hay ningún problema, pero queremos quedarnos.
Dile que aquí es paradójico porque cuando los hijos se casan,
It's a paradox here, because when children get married,
luego están pegados también a la familia.
they stay very close to their family.
Entonces
Okay.
es un tipo de independencia relativa.
So it's a relative independence.
Okay. Okay. Also, I want to understand from you that what do Mexicans think of India, and what do you think of our religion? What do you think of Hinduism? We are Hindus. What do you call us? And what do you
También
think about our culture?
quisiera saber también qué piensan los mexicanos de la India, qué piensan de nosotros como hindús, qué piensan de nuestra religión y qué piensan de nuestra cultura.
Bueno, yo diría que hay dos tipos de miradas.
I say there are two different views.
Una está relacionado con lo mágico.
One is related to something magic.
Con las tierras lejanas.
Faraway lands.
Y esa misma mirada también siente que hacer cualquier tipo de experiencia que tenga que ver con la yoga o que tenga que ver con la oración, para mucha gente es como una moda.
And that view is also means that it's kind of fashionable to do yoga or meditation or any other kind of discipline like this.
Right.
Pero luego hay otra mirada en donde hay gente muy comprometida y que ve a la India como un país de mucho aprendizaje interior.
So, but there's also a very committed view that sees India as a place, as an opportunity for personal growth.
Oh, okay.
Do
you mean in terms of like spirituality, meditation, and
en términos de espiritualidad y meditación?
Dile que yo lo que siempre vi es que no podemos como polarizarnos entre Occidente y Oriente, y mucha gente lo hace. Que la idea
my perception is we cannot be polarized as cultures, Western and Eastern cultures.
Que la idea es poder vivir en Occidente, ¿sí? Con muchas de las maneras de ver la vida de India.
So we can live even in the West with a lot of the views and ways to see life of India.
Okay. Okay. And do you have any information about the fact that the Indian Prime Minister, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, had visited Mexico in 2016 because India and Mexico are also part of the G20 countries, and we also
¿Sabes que
signed some
en
trade.
2016 el primer ministro de India visitó México? Sí tienen ustedes información sobre eso, porque además somos países miembros del grupo de los 20.
Bueno, como todo, ¿no? Hay un gran grupo de mexicanos que tienen un nivel cultural bajo. Entonces, esa gente no está al tanto, pero hay muchísimas otras que sí están siguiendo la actualidad.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in Mexico who don't have the social status, and they're not informed about these issues. But there are a lot of other people who do know about it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's understand, Alejandro, what exactly do you do? Because, like I said, you're a PhD in humanist psychology. I want to understand what is it that you do, and do you have like a lot of couple problems, relationship problems, a lot of divorce-related issues? Do you have cases like that?
Alejandro, ahora quisiéramos entender mucho mejor lo que tú haces, a qué te dedicas. Sabemos que tienes un doctorado en psicoterapia y quisiera saber si tienes muchos casos relacionados con terapia de pareja, con problemas conyugales, de divorcio.
Bueno, es correcto y dile que mi especialidad es terapia de pareja.
It is right. What I do is couple therapy.
Que realmente las personas tienen una mirada muy superficial, las parejas muy superficial en relación a permanecer juntos. Si las cosas no funcionan bien, lo más fácil es separarse, más no luchar por salvar la relación.
So couples nowadays have a very superficial view about the couple, and they'd rather split than work really hard and go deeper into the relationship and try to make it work out.
Okay, so then are divorce rates very high in Mexico? Is it a growing problem now?
¿La tasa de divorcio es muy alta ahora en México? ¿Es un problema para ustedes?
Sí, diré que estamos hablando ahora de un 30% más o menos.
It's around, the divorce rate is around 30%.
Oh, okay. So in that case, what is the reason for the divorce? What is the reason for relationship problems in Mexico?
¿Cuál es la razón de los problemas en las relaciones en México, en los motivos para el divorcio en México?
Ok, decirle que hay 3 o 4 puntos que son fundamentales y que se los quiero compartir.
There are 3 or 4 main issues that I would like to share with you.
Uno es la infidelidad.
Number 1 is infidelity.
Segundo es la violencia.
The second one is violence.
El tercero, el dinero y la sexualidad.
The third one, ¿dijiste dinero?
Sí.
¿Dinero?
Sí,
the third one, sorry. The third one is money and sexuality.
Y el cuarto que considero que es también problemático son las familias de orígenes de ambos.
And the fourth one, I think is also an issue here, is both nuclear families or families of origin.
Oh, okay. So in India, what happens is that India is one of the countries which has the lowest divorce rates across the world.
En India lo que pasa es que India es uno de los países que tiene las más bajas tasas de divorcio en el mundo.
So now in the urban cities, what is happening is that the divorce rates are rising a little bit, but not so much. But majorly, we in India feel that you need to have a very strong and very long-lasting relationship with your husband, and usually you end up staying with them for very, very long. Even though there are issues, but that's always, it's understood, and you try to adjust.
Ahora sí, la tasa de divorcios en ciudades grandes ha aumentado pues un poquito. Sin embargo, seguimos pensando que es muy importante tener una relación larga, aunque haya problemas, sí preferimos permanecer juntos.
So
Ah,
is it
eh,
is it the same in Mexico? Is it like that? Or now it is, it used to be like that earlier, but now it is changing very fast?
¿Sigue siendo así en México o podemos decir que últimamente ha cambiado y está cambiando rápidamente?
no, está cambiando rápidamente.
It is changing fast.
Hay parejas que llevan mucho tiempo, pero solamente se hacen compañía.
There are couples that have been together for a very long time, but they only keep each other company.
Eh, y, y hay parejas que realmente están juntas por dar una apariencia a la sociedad, pero al interior hay mucho problema.
And there are some other couples that are together because they want to appear as a stable couple in front of society, but deep inside the relationship, there are a lot of issues.
Si bien,
Okay.
si bien las cosas cambian, nosotros aquí en México, lo que los demás piensan impacta mucho.
Nevertheless, things are changing. We still care a lot about what other people think. It's got a great impact on us.
Okay. So, do you think that, all these factors, you said that infidelity is a problem, and there are many other major issues, this violence and all these issues. Do you think that the main reasons which are leading to divorce cases and the high cases of divorce in Mexico, it's mainly because of the economic situation in Mexico, and it has
Cre-
it's a big factor?
Aparte de estas razones que mencionaste, ¿tú crees que los factores económicos tienen una gran incidencia en los divorcios en México?
Sí, absolutamente.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sí.
Okay. So then in that case, again, I have to ask you that what do you now think about India? Because now India is growing as an economy and the whole world is now talking about India as, a country that's growing very fast and it's a very big market. And
Well,
do you think Mexico and India could have more stronger ties with each other?
una vez más tengo que preguntarte sobre lo que piensas de India. Mucha gente habla actualmente de lo mucho que está creciendo India económicamente y yo quisiera saber si tú consideras que India y México pueden tener relaciones más estrechas en el futuro.
Bueno, primero tengo un amor muy particular y muy personal con la India y con la gente de la India.
First of all, I have a very deep love and affection for India and its people.
Thank you.
Segundo, creo que son dos países con muchas cuestiones opuestas, pero también con muchas cosas parecidas, y creo que sería una maravilla que ambos países pudiesen tener más cooperación.
I also think that our countries have some opposite views, but also a lot of views in common. So it would be wonderful if we could have a stronger relationship.
So what is common?
¿Qué tenemos en común?
Bueno, tenemos en común el respetar la religión que se da que está instalada en cada uno de los países.
So we're respectful of each religion that we have in each of our countries.
Segundo, la cantidad de habitantes que somos tanto en la India como en México.
Second, both countries' population, the number of people who live in each country.
Y otro punto que me parece importante es que tenemos ambos, creo, la mejor gastronomía del mundo, tanto India como México.
And I also think our gastronomy our cuisines are, well, the best in the world.
Right. That's absolutely true because Indian food is loved across the world, and so is the Mexican food because we Indians love your very spicy Mexican food and we absolutely enjoy it.
Tienes toda la razón, porque sí, efectivamente, la comida hindú gusta mucho alrededor del mundo y a nosotros los hindús nos encanta la comida mexicana picante.
Diré que algo que llama la atención que sigue siendo como excéntrico aquí en México ir a comer comida de la India.
Yeah, here in Mexico, it's still eccentric, something not really exciting to go and have Indian food in a
Ah,
restaurant here in Mexico.
okay. Okay. So you don't have that many Indian restaurants in Mexico?
Así que no tienen tantos restaurantes hindús en México.
No tantos, deberían haber muchísimos más.
No, not as many as we should have.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now,
Yo comería por lo menos una semana comida mexicana y una semana comida hindú.
I would love to eat Mexican food one week and Indian food the next one.
that's right. Okay. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about something again a little more serious. I want to understand that now the whole world is seriously talking about depression also. Mental illness, depression, anxiety, and stress.
Actualmente en todo el mundo se está hablando sobre depresión, estrés, enfermedades mentales.
Sí, bueno, para nosotros aquí en México, la segunda enfermedad mental es justamente la depresión.
For us here in Mexico, depression is the second mental disorder.
Right.
Yes.
And why now in India, depression, like everyone is talking about it, and people are now openly, admitting the fact that yes, they could be going through depression and it can be treated through medical intervention.
Ahora la gente.
But largely in India, we still rely on yoga, meditation, spirituality, family culture for treating depression. So how do you go about it?
Actualmente en India, la gente está empezando a aceptar que posiblemente están atravesando depresión. Sin embargo, estamos acudiendo a recursos como yoga, meditación, inclusive la familia. ¿Tú qué piensas de esto?
Otra diferencia que considero que es importante, que la gente en la India busca la sanidad dentro de ellos y nosotros estamos como siempre buscándola afuera.
One important difference I have noticed between us is that Indians are constantly seeking, perdona, le dijiste, están buscando el...
En India.
No, pero ¿están buscando qué?
Nosotros queremos buscar la solución fuera,
Yeah.
a través de medicamento, a través...
So here in Mexico, we seek the solution outside through medication, but in India, you seek it within yourselves.
Okay. But at the same time, I have to understand that, Alejandro, how do you help the people who come to you? How do you help those couples? How do you help those families? What do you tell them? Because you're a PhD in human psychology.
Alejandro, me gustaría saber cómo tú ayudas a esas parejas que vienen a ti por ayuda, puesto que tienes un doctorado en psicoterapia humanista. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué les dices?
Primero, revisar cuáles son los valores que de verdad a ellos los juntan.
First, we have to check out the values that keep them together.
Que si bien el amor es importante, es solo un condimento de la relación.
Love is important, though it's just a part of the relationship, just a factor.
Que en la realidad, en todos los días hay acciones que hacen que se alimente el amor o que se interrumpa.
So every single day there are actions that either make this love stronger or make it fade away.
Una comunicación honesta.
An honest communication.
Fidelidad y lealtad.
Fidelity and loyalty.
A ver si esto lo podemos hacer. Permitirse ser vulnerable para poder no tener que fingir quién uno es frente a la pareja.
Allow yourself to be vulnerable, so you don't have to fake who you are in front of your partner.
Porque lo importante es que cuanto más me conozca el otro como soy, me va a aceptar sin hacer juicios, sin hacer críticas.
It's very important to know the most my partner knows who I really am, the more he or she's going to accept who I am without judging, without criticizing me.
Okay. Now let's talk about because Alejandro, you're a doctor and you have a lot of people who come to you for help. You talked about that there are also cases of violence in families. I'll just tell you a little bit about India. That in India there are certain
Te,
cases.
te voy a contar un poquito porque tú comentas sobre la violencia y ya que tienes esta preparación, te voy a comentar un poquito sobre el asunto de la violencia en la India.
So in India, there are certain cases when there are cases of violence in the family, but those cases are again not very high. The cases are less, and usually those cases are handled because of, like I said, a lot of spirituality, family getting together. So and the reason for that used to be economic issues, but now because India is improving and the economy is getting better, so the problems are reducing. How is it in Mexico?
Realmente en India han sido pocos los casos donde se presenta la violencia familiar. Principalmente era por razones económicas, pero actualmente, como la economía en la India está mejorando, pues la situación de la violencia también está mejorando. ¿Cómo está sucediendo esto en México?
Is it because of the?
I think it's his image is frozen. Yeah,
okay.
I think we lost him. Let me text him.
Okay.
I'm gonna text him. Okay.
No, yeah, no problem. So, can I understand from you, Alan, meanwhile, that do you also stay in Mexico?
Oh, yeah, I'm Mexican and I live in Mexico too. Yeah.
Okay. And where in Mexico do you stay?
Oh, I live in Puebla, which is like 30 minutes from where Alejandro lives.
Okay, okay, okay.
Let me call him.
Sí.
Ale, te perdimos. Está tu imagen congelada.
Sí. Voy a ver si puedo, a ver, si puedo entrar por el teléfono.
Ok.
Okay.
Necesitarías, yo creo que salirte, ¿no? De si estás en la compu.
Sí.
Okay. So he's gonna try and come back through his phone.
So we'll wait for 2 minutes. We'll wait for 2 minutes. If he's able to come back, then we'll continue the interview. Otherwise, we'll try and stop here then.
Sure.
Okay. I was trying to understand because you're also from Mexico, so I can probably try and understand as to exactly what do you do, Alan?
Well, I've been a teacher of English for a very long time. And I've also been a translator and an interpreter. I've always loved languages. So yeah, that's basically what I do. And I also used to be a head teacher at elementary and middle school. Yeah, so it's all about education and people because I love people, actually. I think I wouldn't like to have a job being isolated or something.
Nice. That's very nice to hear.
Okay.
Oh, he's back.
Okay. Vale. So I'll move on to the question. What I was saying was as to what is the reason for domestic violence in Mexico? Because in India, there used to be domestic violence and there were cases that were there. There are still cases, but the number is very small. But now it has improved because the economic situation of India is in a very fast pace. It is improving. So the cases are going very, very low. How is it in Mexico?
So, ¿cuáles son las razones principales de la violencia doméstica en México? Ya que en India al ir mejorando la situación económica, también la situación de la violencia ha mejorado mucho.
Bueno, aquí en México no está relacionado tanto con lo económico, sino está relacionado más con el machismo, ¿sí? Y el sentido de propiedad de la mujer hacia el hombre.
So here in Mexico, it's not very economy related, you know. It's mostly about the concept of machismo, what we would call a man believing a woman is his property, and the woman belongs to him. So it's mostly about it. Ale.
So now I have to understand that, do you think that now, because women are getting independent across the world and women are getting all sorts of jobs, women in, well, not in India, but outside India, women are also, demanding equal pay, they're demanding gender equality. Do you think that women getting stronger in Mexico is also one of the possible reasons for the high divorce rates?
¿Crees que también el que las mujeres tengan ahora más accesos a un trabajo, a un mejor sueldo, porque está sucediendo que la mujer está creciendo en todo el mundo? ¿Crees que esta sea una de las razones por las que ha aumentado la tasa de divorcios en México?
Absolutamente, por supuesto que sí, eso ha confrontado mucho al hombre, porque el hombre tenía hasta hace un tiempo esta relación vertical donde él estaba arriba y la mujer estaba abajo, entonces él podía controlar todo lo que pasaba.
So that's definitely been the case here. In the past, women and men had a vertical relationship where the man was up and the woman was down, and now men have been challenged by this equality, and it's.
No, creo que este es un elemento muy importante porque a través del dinero el hombre ha controlado mucho a la mujer.
This is very important because throughout time, through the money, the man used to control woman.
Y la mujer se cansó y dijo, basta, yo no soy un objeto, yo puedo, sí.
So women got tired and say, hey, stop this, I'm not an object.
Puedo estar contigo porque te elijo, no por obligación.
So I can be with you because I choose to be with you, not because I have to.
Entonces, eso no te da derecho a maltratarme.
And that doesn't give you the right to mistreat me.
Y si esto se tiene que terminar, lo terminamos porque yo puedo valerme por mí sola.
So if this has to come to an end, we're going to put an end to it because I can support myself on my own.
Okay. I also want to understand about religion as well, but I'll come to that in a few minutes. But now let me understand about the youngsters as well. What sort of jobs do youngsters want to do in Mexico? Because in India, now we have a growing culture of startups. And everyone wants to have their own business. They all want to become entrepreneurs. Is it the same in Mexico?
En unos momentos te voy a hacer unas preguntas sobre religión, pero de momento quisiera saber sobre los jóvenes en México. Aquí en India muchos jóvenes están queriendo ser emprendedores, empresarios, están empezando muchas empresas nuevas y yo quisiera saber si los jóvenes en México están en la misma temática, si también ellos quieren empezar sus propias empresas.
Que esto es un fenómeno interesante porque al no encontrar trabajo, muchísimos jóvenes han decidido convertirse en emprendedores como una solución paralela a la crisis laboral que tenemos.
This is a very important point because yes, a lot of youngsters have decided to start their own businesses or companies due to the lack of employment. So it's basically a problem of employment, which they find a solution to by starting their own companies.
Porque considero dos cosas que esto ha sido a lo largo de la historia. Los jóvenes, cuando van a buscar trabajo, les piden experiencia y son gente joven. Esa es la primera. Y luego también porque como recién empiezan, los salarios son muy bajos.
So there are two factors that influence this decision. The first one is young people are required to have experience, which how are they going to have it? They're so young. And secondly, because they're just getting started in their career, they're offered very, very low salaries. And that's also an issue.
Hmm, hmm. So is it a growing culture also, again, because I asked you this earlier also, is it a growing culture in Mexico that all the youngsters are now wanting to move out of Mexico and go to other countries to work because there are better jobs, better pay?
Está aumentando en México la decisión de los jóvenes de ir a buscar trabajos en otros países porque tal vez en México no los encuentren.
Lamentablemente sí, solo que no es fácil para los mexicanos, bueno, como muchos países del mundo, que les abran las puertas en otros países, porque hay una especie de etiqueta para nosotros, los latinoamericanos.
Unfortunately, they are deciding to go and find opportunities somewhere else, but it's not easy to do because there's kind of a label. Latin Americans, people coming from Latin America, are kind of labeled as.
Y entonces pareciera ser que los trabajos que nos pueden dar son trabajos como muy básicos, ¿sí? Que normalmente la gente de esos países no quiere hacer.
So the jobs we're given in other countries are basically jobs nobody else wants to do in those countries, very basic jobs.
Y que nosotros tenemos un gran monstruo arriba de nosotros que tiene mucho esta cultura en relación a México y a Latinoamérica.
So there's a big monster above us that has this kind of prejudice against our culture and Latin American culture.
Y justamente geográficamente, personalmente pasa lo mismo, nos miran desde arriba.
And you know, geographically they're above us and they also view us from above. You know, so
Okay.
They look down on us.
Okay, I understand because it's the same in India as well. Because a lot of people in India feel that even though we have rich history and rich culture, and we can do a lot within our country, but still some of the people living in the West will still look down upon India. That try to portray a wrong image of India. That India is still a poor country. There are a lot of problems when actually India is improving very fast and there's a lot of development.
Lo entiendo porque nosotros en India tenemos un problema muy similar, a pesar de que nuestro país es rico en cultura y en muchas otras cosas, los países del oeste nos siguen viendo, siguen teniendo o queriendo que nos vean con la imagen de que seguimos siendo un país muy pobre, que tenemos muchos problemas, cuando realmente las cosas han estado cambiando mucho, mejorando.
Absolutamente, y que en este momento particularmente tenemos un gobierno que a pesar de querer tener buenas relaciones con los Estados Unidos, ve muchísimo más hacia Latinoamérica y la necesidad de darle el lugar a México y a Latinoamérica que siempre se ha merecido.
We currently have a government that is striving to focus more on other countries in Latin America, that in order to give our countries the place that we have always deserved.
Porque cuando la intención es la justicia social.
Because when what you intend is social justice.
Realmente la mirada hacia el pueblo es diferente que con otros tipos de gobiernos, como por ejemplo los neoliberales.
Your focus is on the people, and it's completely different from, for example, neoliberal governments.
Hmm. Okay, so why I'm asking this is because I'm trying to understand, you like your current government in Mexico, and the current Mexico government is doing a lot for the people, just because our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, has got a lot of majority and a lot of support from the people of India, and most of the people are happy in India with the sort of work that the current government is doing.
Estoy entendiendo entonces que tú estás contento con el trabajo que está haciendo tu gobierno actual y te lo comento porque muchísima gente en India está apoyando al gobierno de nuestro primer ministro. Estamos contentos con lo que él está haciendo por nuestro país.
Absolutamente. Dile que el año pasado, cuando iban a hacer las elecciones en India, yo estaba allí.
Last year, when elections were going to be carried out in India, I was there.
Y para mí era muy vibrante ver la manera en que el pueblo apoyaba a quien hoy es el primer ministro.
And for me, it was vibrating and inspiring to see how people were supporting your current prime minister.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, yes. I want to understand a little bit about marriages also. Do you think that now in Mexico, a lot of youngsters and also women, men, do they get married at a much later age? Because in India, earlier they used to get married in the early 20s and then mid 20s. Now people are getting married a little late, after 30s. How is it in Mexico?
Quiero entender un poquito sobre los matrimonios en México. La gente joven la gente está decidiendo casarse cada vez más a una edad mayor, porque en India está sucediendo que antes se casaban por los 20, luego a mitad de los 20, luego a los 30. Entonces, ¿está sucediendo algo similar en México?
Totalmente. Incluso ya hay mucha gente que ni se casa.
Yeah, there are even people who don't even get married nowadays.
Ah.
Cada uno en su casa, dile.
Each one lives in their own home.
Okay. So you're saying that the marriage culture is reducing in Mexico, because in India a lot of people are still getting married. There are some people who don't want to get married. Some of the women are getting independent. They don't want to get married. But largely, a lot of people in India still believe in marriage.
¿Me quieres decir entonces que está reduciéndose la cultura del matrimonio, menos gente está decidiendo casarse? Porque aquí en India todavía es muchísima la gente que decide casarse. Algunas que otras mujeres que se vuelven independientes deciden no hacerlo, pero la gran mayoría de la gente decide casarse.
No, aquí vamos para el otro lado. Si nosotros como que vivimos esto.
We're going in the opposite direction. It seems like we already went through that, to what you're going through. So we're heading the other direction, the opposite.
Okay. Now, my last question to you is about religion.
Mi última pregunta para ti es sobre religión.
So what I want to understand is that, again, in India, because we're talking about India and Mexico and the relationship between India and Mexico, in India, I'll tell you that, for us, religion is very, very important. And we have festivals throughout the year. And we have so many festivals and we celebrate so many things. Our Hinduism, our Hindu religion is very important for us.
En India, nuestra religión es muy importante. De hecho, somos personas muy religiosas. Tenemos a través del año muchas festividades para celebrar diferentes fiestas religiosas.
So, but there are few people in India who let's say, don't believe in religion that much, or slightly moving away because of modernity as well. Do you think in Mexico also there is a culture where people are moving away from Christianity?
Hay muy poca gente, pero sí la hay en India, que se está alejando un poquito de la religión por la modernidad. ¿Tú pensarías que en México la gente se está alejando de la religión?
Quiero brevemente dividir este tema en principio en dos partes.
Let's split this topic into two parts.
La primera es que viendo que la iglesia, la religión católica es la fuerte, la mayoría de los mexicanos somos católicos.
The first part would be most Mexicans are Catholics.
Pero es como que se sienten que todo está servido y entonces no tienen que hacer mucho para que sigan invitando a la gente.
So they feel like it's all given, and there's not much they're doing in order to keep attracting people to the religion.
Y esto ha dado a que otras religiones entraran con mucha fuerza a México y
And
que ya...
this has allowed other religions to come very strongly into Mexico.
Y que pareciera ser una cuestión estratégica, pero las otras religiones salen a la calle a buscar a las personas.
So it seems like other religions do have the strategy to go out into the streets and seek people.
Y el segundo problema es la relación íntima entre el gobierno y la iglesia, no en este momento.
So, and the other issue is a very, very close, intimate relationship between church and the government. Not right now. Not right now.
Y eso tiene otros intereses.
And that has proven to have other interests.
Okay, but again, I want to understand from you about India as well. When you look at India, do you see India as a country which has a very, very deep culture? Do you see Indians as people who are very, very religious? And do you think that there are any points that India can learn from Mexico and Mexico can learn from India?
Ustedes cuando ven a India, nos ven como personas muy profundamente religiosas y si fuera así, hay cosas que creen que nosotros deberíamos aprender o podríamos aprender de ustedes o cosas que ustedes podrían aprender de la India.
Creo que estamos en desventaja. Nosotros tenemos mucho más que aprender en esta parte de la India.
I think we have a lot more to learn from you than you can learn from us. That's a disadvantage for us.
Dile que intento.
I still want you to tell me one thing that we Indians can learn from Mexico, because Mexico is a beautiful country and I would like to come there someday and I would like to see your beautiful country. So anything that you think Indians can learn from Mexico?
Ok, entonces quisiera entender, a mí me parece hermoso su país, me gustaría un día ir y conocer México, porque es hermoso. Entonces, ¿podrías decirme una cosa que podríamos aprender sobre México?
Claro, y mucho lo que de alguna manera se ha ido perdiendo, que es todas las enseñanzas de nuestra cultura prehispánica.
All the teachings from our pre-Hispanic culture that has been lost throughout time.
Mayas, aztecas.
Mayas, Aztecs, the Mayans, the Aztecs.
Y que lamentablemente, yo entiendo que tenemos que ir evolucionando, pero que las raíces no se pueden perder.
I understand we have to evolve, but I do think our roots shouldn't be lost.
Okay, on that note, I have to say that, we talked a lot today about relationships. We talked about couples, we talked about depression, divorce cases, about the tradition, about a common history, our love for each other. And we also talked about a lot of other things. Thank you so much for taking out time today and trying to understand how India is as a country. And also, I thank you a lot for telling me how Mexico is as a country and how relationships are there. Your country is beautiful. I would definitely love to come there someday. Thank you so much.
Bueno, hemos hablado de muchos temas el día de hoy. Hablamos sobre parejas, sobre divorcios, sobre religión, sobre cultura de la familia. Te agradezco mucho que te hayas tomado el tiempo de que platicáramos sobre pues las cosas que amamos un país del otro, las cosas que nos gustan y que podemos aprender. Muchísimas gracias y me encantaría estar en tu país algún día.
Bueno, dos cositas breves. La primera, que pido tal vez disculpas si no pude ser a veces tan objetivo, pero es que amo la India.
Oh, I apologize if I wasn't very objective in today's interview, but I do love India.
Y que bueno, por mi sangre también corre sangre hindú.
And there's also Indian blood in me.
Right, right. Before
dile
we
que
leave, can you please request Alejandro to talk about his name and about his Indian blood?
His name and what?
His name and about his Indian genes and
Que si
about
no,
his.
antes de que te vayas, que si puedes, por favor, platicar sobre tu nombre y tus genes hindús.
claro, por mi apellido materno es
My mother's
Rao.
surname is Rao.
Mis tatarabuelos,
My
¿sí?
great-great-grandfather,
Nacieron en la India
my great-great-grandparents were born in India,
y salieron y emigraron a Albania.
and they migrated to Albany.
Y luego de allí, después ya se fueron para
And
Argentina.
from there, they went to Argentina.
Y dile,
Oh.
dile que nuestro país está abierto para ella y para toda la gente de la India que decida venir.
Our country is widely open to you and all of the people from India who want to come here.
Que somos cálidos recibiendo a los extranjeros.
We are very warm and welcoming with foreigners.
Thank you so much. I would say that I would definitely visit soon. And how do you say thank you in your language?
Gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you for taking time, Anna, today, and thank you, Alejandro, for taking our time today. Thank you for talking to us on Bharat Voice.
Namaste.